I'm Braathe from the Career Service Station, and today I'm going to talk to you about ways to improve your professional network. 5 easy methods to grow and improve your connections. One thing to remember, it's always good to continue to grow your network even when you think you don't need any more connections. These are some different ways you can network. LinkedIn, you can find alumni and peers, people that share interests and passions. It's important to use the search tool to find people with some commonalities. And you'd be pretty surprised that sometimes people will post some details about them, including their hobbies or interests that can help you create some context and commonality. Job fairs, both virtual and in person, give you a chance to speak with people from all over the place, and really a chance for you to see if you're a right fit candidate and if the company is a right fit for you. Always remember you're an alumni, whether it's your high school, college, community college, companies you've worked for. Take a look at where people are, and there's great alumni directories both through your schools and through LinkedIn. Being a part of a professional association will also help. I'm a member of SHRM for Human Resources, shrm.org, AMA.org for marketing professionals, the American Marketing Association. These are all great places where you can network with people with more or less experience than you. And then really anywhere, putting yourself out in public, whether it be a coffee shop or a deli, initiate conversation with people that you see all the time. Elevator pitches, sometimes people say, well, you don't want these to be too long, but they can be 30 to 60 seconds, who you are and what you bring to the table. And usually these are best used at a formal event, like a speed networking event or a networking event. The idea with these elevator pitches is you want to convey excitement and enthusiasm through the tone of voice and the body language you show off. Maybe share a little bit about your quality of qualification, skills, and experience, and watch out for flowery language and jargon. Don't refer to yourself as driven or a professional, because those are just filler words. Practice, practice, practice. You want to sound natural and have a framework. You don't necessarily want to memorize it. For example, when I go to a networking event, I do some variation of this. I'm Braathe from the Career Service Station, where we fix careers and help people find the job they desire and deserve. And we do this through resume writing, managing LinkedIn profiles, both for job seekers and business owners. And we're here today to meet people who might know somebody who's looking for a job. Robert Braathe, CareerServiceStation.com. So that's about 20 to 30 seconds and gives you a sense of sounding natural without being too salesy. Business cards. They're easy to get, whether your provider of choice might be Vistaprint or Overnight Prints or other sources. They're helpful to have on hand, even if you order a box of 250 like I did recently. You want to include your name and title, how to get in touch with you, and maybe a QR code, a link to your LinkedIn profile, or a link to your portfolio. And don't hesitate to use both sides. I recently ordered some business cards that have multiple sides, and there's content on each side, and room if I did want to write something down. And a nice glossy cover, maybe even a glossy back with corners rather than rounded corners rather than square, will allow these cards to last a little bit longer and still look good after being put into a wallet or a pocket. Networking events themselves. You don't have to be the first one there, but dress appropriately. Find out the kind of layout of the event and who's going to be going. It's always better to dress up than down. So keep that in mind when going to events. But be comfortable. Bring some questions for you. Some the best events, they'll give you a list of who's attending. And find and seek out, if you go to a 50-person event, try to have 2 or 3 good conversations. If it's more than that, maybe you have 4 or 5. And if it's smaller than that, maybe 1 or 2 good conversations, but try to meet everybody in the room. Research ahead of time to see who's going. A lot of websites will indicate the attendee list. Have conversations and connect afterwards by providing a business card or a LinkedIn connection, and use the 5-20 average. If you have 25 minutes to chat with a group of people. It should be about 5 minutes of you talking and 20 minutes of you listening to others. So that's a great way to make sure you're networking effectively. And then maintain your connections. It's not enough to make a connection on LinkedIn. You should follow up later. Maybe set up a time for a virtual or face-to-face coffee, or see if they prefer communicating by calls or texts. Don't just connect. Use the personalized invite tool. Send a short message, even if it's 3 sentence fragments that you write up that you send to your typical introductions, but try to personalize it as well. Stay updated on what your connections are doing. Wish them happy birthdays. Congratulate them on jobs. And be curious. Try to find out more about what they do and take the time to listen and ask questions about their job, experience, interests, and passions. If you want to find out more, you can visit us at the Career Service Station, and we can find you the job and connections you desire and deserve. Visit our website or schedule a call with me, and we can talk more about networking.